It's time now to talk about being safe in the heat. We've got Patrick Davey joining us, who is the Regional Prevention Manager. How are you doing today?
Any better, and I couldn't take it.
Nice. That's awesome.
It's beautiful outside.
It is. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's wonderful to play in. It's tough to work in that heat, though.
And you're right, you know, after the June we've had and part of the July with the rain, we love to see the sun, but too much UV radiation is a bad thing. And workers need to know that overexposure to the sun can lead to skin irritation, eye irritation, skin cancer, and blindness, just to name a few. And we know that people that work outside for a living are up to 3.5 times more likely to develop skin cancer than indoor workers.
And it makes sense. So there's things that you obviously need to do.
We need to, you know, obviously, the people we mostly look at in this bunch are the construction workers, farm workers, places where there's no shade. Gardeners, look at the people working on the roads right now doing the paving. The traffic control people, no shade.
Yeah, it's tough. You're out there. You're in it.
But there's some people that are indoors that are also could be exposed to UV rays. People working on UV filtration systems, welders, and some healthcare workers.
Okay, so there's other ways that heat can happen.
Yeah, so it's the UV rays that are the danger.
Okay, so we've got a little bit of a video that people are looking at right now, and basically explaining the dangers of being out in the sun too long.
Develop skin cancer than indoor workers. As part of any plan to manage exposure, the first option should be engineering controls, such as tents or shade structures on machinery and equipment. Schedule the hardest physical tasks for the coolest parts of the day or outside the hottest hours of 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., which is also when UV levels are highest. Work-rest cycles should be scheduled to allow enough time for workers to cool down in shaded areas.
So this video obviously is really just a really good reminder for people to just start thinking about alternative ways that they can do their work while getting out of the sun.
And you know, there's a lot of good information with this sun safety video, but there's really 5 different things, 5 different steps that workers can take to protect themselves from the UV rays. Number 1, really, even though it's really hot out, cover up. Any exposed skin, you leave the potential for overexposure, so long sleeves, pants, hats. You can imagine doing fencing out in the field.
It'd be so hot.
Second one is protect your eyes. Now, the $2 sunglasses that may give you shade,
they're not actually protecting your eyes.
No, they don't give you the UV protection you need. Take breaks in the shade if possible, especially in those hours where the UV rays are the strongest, 11 to 3 o'clock, and frequent water breaks. Use sunscreen, and I mean at least SPF 30, and remember reapply, because the sunscreen you put on at 9 o'clock in the morning isn't helping you at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And lastly, really, if you start noticing some changes in your skin, some spots, moles, go to your doctor right away, because even last year, 2015, there was over 85,000 cases of skin cancer reported. So we got to take care of our body.
Definitely.
And look at where we live.
I know, it is beautiful out there.
It is.
But be safe when you're out there in it. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be back in just a moment here on Midday.